Hi, welcome. I'm Tom, your host, and this is the DROPCAST Movie Poster Podcast Release Edition. This format is part of the Instagram blog Drop, and you can find us under @DropMakeOfficial. We do reviews, news, and interviews that all have to do with the film business. And all the artists started the new year way too busy, and no one was available to talk to us on short notice. So I got my only bright spot from last year with me, James Hobson, my main man. So stay tuned. Head over to our Instagram profile @DropMakeOfficial and follow along with the art we are talking about, or check us out on YouTube for the video version. James, how you doing, man?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not good, but not bad.
Okay. Yeah, same. I was trying out some Instagram stuff, which will be happening tomorrow. So people tune in, 7 p.m. GMT. I will do some flat file digging right behind me. And I hope you enjoy this. I think it will be fun. James, you're coming, right?
Maybe.
You better. But yeah, let's start into the prints that are partly from last year, and some of them are from the new year. But we didn't have a full-on release podcast. We had only like a special with Dolly. Last time you probably watched. So yeah, stay tuned for this one. By the way, the tournament turned out really well. I really enjoyed the tournament, the Poster Madness Tournament of the Year. It was a lot of fun. We might do it again at the end of this year, 2021, yeah. Okay, our first print that I am talking about is by Bottleneck, and it is a set of 3. And the first one is The Chamber of the Ark by Ben Harmon. It's a G-Clay print, 12 by 36 inches, edition of 250. And the variant, there's also a variant of each available in black and white. I will show that in a little bit. And yeah, they look interesting, but there's a big but coming, but I will tell you that in a second. The second one is for Temple of Doom, obviously, called just Doom. Also edition of 250. And the last one is Crusade, for The Last Crusade, and also available 250 times, or was available 250 times because it's sold out quick. And here is the variant I promised you. It's a black and white, just the title is in color. And yeah, it is a piece we have seen or might have seen before to some degree. The idea is not new. And it posed a problem to a lot of people because the groups we are in and the circles we are moving in, they talked about this piece. Even one of the artists mentioned it and was stunned by the idea that was used here. But please do your own research and find out and make your own mind up if this artist is going too far or not. I just wanted to leave it there, and I thought it needed to be mentioned. So jumping in with another print, also by Bottleneck, is this wonderful lenticular print, Wonder Woman Rebirth, number 25 by Jenny Freisen. And it is available in a 1mm PET lenticular, 60 by 24 inches, and includes a hand-numbered certificate of authentication with Bottleneck hologram. And the edition is 150, and I think it looks really cool. The eyes are moving really nice. I like the style and the actual 3-dimensional way it looks in this GIF. Probably looks the same in the poster as well. How do you like it, James?
I'm not a massive fan of lenticular, but as an image, I think it's really, really nice. It's kind of like got that right amount of realism to kind of like comic style with the line art, but you've got that kind of like rendering on the hands. It's a really nice image, but and the lenticular has been seems like treated very well with the hands coming out. But for me, lenticular is just not for me.
It's okay, fair enough. But yeah, we talked about the lenticulars before. The Kylo Smith ones are really great because they do something like with the character itself, not just like a 3-dimensional view of the thing. And I think that is a very good use of lenticular. But yeah, speaking of Wonder Woman, we also have another print by Julian Totino, and this is Wonder Woman 1984. It's a screen print, 24 by 36 inches, hand-numbered edition of 150. And this kind of depiction of Wonder Woman has been seen around lately for the movie. I have to say the movie, it was really that bad. Didn't enjoy it at all. It's a dumpster fire. Was it 100% Soft who does the little dumpster fires? The prints don't have to go in there, but the movie does. Your thoughts?
I haven't seen the movie yet. I wasn't particularly keen on the first one. Cracky, I've started off really negative, haven't I? I wasn't a huge fan of the first one, actually. So I wasn't too excited about this. But the print's good. I think, like, visually, I really like the wings anyway when I've seen that on anything. I've really liked that visually. If it is wings, I haven't seen the movie, but I'm guessing it is. Yeah. It's a nice piece. It's a solid piece. All
right.
I can't link it to the movie, obviously, but
that's okay. That's no need. I mean, the trailer. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you probably know what's up. So, what's our next print, James?
Next print is by George Kalsudas. And we've got some Disney prints. So we've got Little Mermaid, which is a giclée, 18 by 24. And this is in edition of 100. It's a really beautiful style. And it's twinned with some other really nice Disney pieces as well.
It goes
as a set.
It goes really well with Aladdin print he did for this one, and the color scheme fits perfectly in my opinion. And he always has like a cool style. When he does his Disney pieces with like this pastel kind of tones, and I think they look really cool and in a modern home, like very minimalist. In terms of color, maybe if you have like a lot of white going on in your home, I think those pieces would look perfectly on your walls. And it's same one. Aladdin is also 18 by 24, and it's also hand numbered edition of 100, and it's officially licensed by Artland Publishing and Disney co-released with Island Prints. So if you didn't get the chance to grab some, Island Prints might have some as well too at a later point. Next one is what?
We've got Betty Boop by John Keaveney.
Are you a Betty Boop fan?
I know hardly anything about Betty Boop. It's actually a license which has come up with More Art Gallery, but I literally don't know enough about it I wouldn't be able to art direct on it at all. What about you, Tom?
Yeah, not a fan. I like the idea, the different ideas he has in his different versions. He has like a one colored version I show with like an evening gown going to the bottom there, and then there's like a black and white one with the dress and the hat, which is really cool to see. And then there's a third one with a different kind of gown and feel to it. And prints are fine. Same as you. Don't know that much about Betty Boop. I mean, I know that she exists, but I have never seen the cartoons or anything. So, it's a giclée print, 60 by 20 inches, and hand numbered edition of 50 of each. But if it's your thing and you are into Betty Boop, go grab a print. Next one up is the one and only Lenticular Champion. I mean, you really enjoy this one, don't you? It's The Empire Strikes Back by Bottleneck and Matt Ferguson, the 40th anniversary edition. They turned into a lenticular print, and I think it looks really cool, I have to say.
If I was going to buy a lenticular, then it would probably be this one, just because I think it benefits with the way there is depth in the image to start with.
Yeah.
You've got, the laser bolts obviously in the foreground, and you've got depth there. It's a widescreen image, and I think like it benefits. I think there's a reason for doing it with this one. Yeah,
and I also think that when you have all the different versions. You have the black and white version, which the colors pop really well, and then you also have the black and white Japanese style version, which is also really cool, I have to say. And they all come in different versions. There's one version The first one is 1mm PET mounted on high density paper backing, 24 by 36 inches. Limited edition of 300, and the variants are edition of 150. And then we have a 4mm polystyrene version, 24 by 36 inches, and this is a limited edition of 400. So a big number of releases, even though the 4mm one is cost $200. So that's definitely something interesting. I guess people are buying them pretty well. So are they sold out already? I guess so, right? I mean,
I'm not sure
the
actually.
print itself was pretty good. I haven't checked the website, but yeah.
Yeah, to sell out 400, like that would be insane.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Wow.
So there it is. You have it. And yeah, but this is it for Bottleneck right now. We're gonna move over to their friends of Gray Matter Art, and Gray Matter Art put out a print for Spider-Man 2 Spider-Verse. Foil edition and a glow-in-the-dark edition by Juan Ramos. It's 18-inch by 36-inch, hand-numbered, 15-color holofoil paper, edition of 175, and the glow-in-the-dark edition is available. Was available 125 times. This one probably sold out quick. I mean, you know this guy. He's good at selling stuff. How do you?
And for good reason as well. Like, it's awesome. It's like it comes off the back of his X-Men piece.
Yeah, which
I think they would look amazing.
Which is kind of funny since we had like the Empire Strikes Back coming up, and the kind of like a similar kind of style like the X-Men piece, because they were the finalists of the Pulsar of the Year tournament. So yeah, some great pieces starting out into the new year. This is it for Gray Matter Art. They only have one print, but we are moving on to Mondo. And Mondo gives us two prints for this year. And one of them is this beautiful Transformers, the movie screen print by Oliver Barrett, 24 by 36 inches, an edition of 250 in the regular one, which I have to say I really enjoy this one. And he's talking about like, in the print that the idea behind it was heroes need to move on. He's in his heroic pose, very damaged on one side, and how he still needs to get going even though he was shot. But I can't make up my mind because I really enjoyed also the variant. The variant with the red smoke. I think that looks really cool. But I also like when you can see the colors on Optimus Prime, so that's really interesting to see. The regular version is available, or was available 250 times, and the variant was available 125 times. Are you a big Transformers fan? Did you like it?
I love, like, I watched it when I was younger, but not to the extent that a lot of people absolutely adore it and hold it very close.
Yeah.
But I love the visuals of almost every version of Transformers, apart from the movies, I guess, like the live action movies.
Yeah. I have to say I didn't like the new Transformers series that much. I mean, I like the way it was done, but I don't know. I had some problems with it. But
yeah, I hear that quite a lot. But I think visually it looked pretty good. Like they tried to take it back a little bit to like the Generation 1 look. But knowing about moving on, the idea of the black and white and then the color, I think that just about sways it for me. Like I quite like the reg because of that. But you're right, the colorway on the variant is really nice as well. Just that massive red. Yeah.
It makes it pop really well with the
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a really, really strong piece from Oliver.
Yeah. Moving on to the next piece by Ghost Co. Matthew Woodson, and he did this 2001: A Space Odyssey TMA1 print, and he focused on the crater scene from the movie, which is really interesting. And I enjoyed this piece, but I think the one he did before was stronger. The 2001 is like a accompanying piece with that Mondo put out, and it's 18-inch by 36-inch in edition of 325. Sadly, by the way, the other one was also only available to the US or US territories. There was no, and Canada, and so there was no European way to get both prints. I don't know if that's gonna be the thing, because like we talked in a couple of groups today about the thing. I don't know if have you read that too, about the VAT and everything, how that's gonna change the hobby in itself.
Yeah, it's a complex issue. Part of the complexity, I think, is that people still don't completely understand the ramifications. But we'll see. I haven't read what people have been saying today. I mean, some people ordered from Mondo and didn't get any extra like customs at all, and that was like an order just after Christmas.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is surprising, I guess, in some ways. I don't know if there was a small period where people literally didn't know what to do with exporting into the UK, and it turned out like that. But we'll see. We'll see how it affects everything, and even into Europe from the UK, there's ramifications like both ways there as well. So yeah, we're just going to see how it affects the hobby.
All right, moving on to our next gallery, which is your gallery, buddy. So more art pieces coming up. First one is a couple of pins, and those pins, the first one is the Bump pin by Bella Grace, and is a limited edition hard animal pin with only 75 pieces, 35 millimeters in dimension. And this is dedicated to the one and only stormtrooper that hit its head against the Death Star. Was it Death Star? Yeah, it was a Death Star, right? Door, like in the command central or whatever it was. Yeah, what's the story behind this? You can give us some more insight, I guess, James.
It was a really open brief to Bella. She did a great pin for Xavi Gallery. And after seeing that, I thought it would be good to see what she could do with the Stormtrooper. There is quite a story behind this. The original submission was Bop instead of Bump, which I have to say that I like a little bit more, and asking a lot of other people, it seems the more popular option. But approvals change things, and unfortunately they thought that Bop was unsuitable because it was a dance.
It's but it's also too British. I would personally have gone with Bump though.
You would have gone with Bump?
Yeah, I would have gone with Bump. I have to say, because like I don't know, I always like when I hear Bob, I always shout out to James Henshaw at this moment, because he always his go-to words are bips and bobs or something like that. Yeah, is that the British version? That's what you say, right?
That's the Henshaw version, I think.
Yeah, so I know that bips and bobs, and so I'm always reminded of that. But yeah, then we have some more Stormtrooper goodness, and this is a 2-version pin by Dan Mumford, who has like also later on a print, which we're going to talk about in a second. But there are 2 prints, one silver edition animal pin, which is a limited edition of 40, and also 35 millimeters, and very cool looking. Looks very grim. Stormtrooper looks pretty mad, in my opinion. And then we also have the gold version for it, which is my favorite here, I have to say. Because there's I don't know if you've seen a Star Wars Resistance. They have a gold trooper, a first order gold trooper, but they have one in there.
That's
so
nice.
A little
They're quite matte. Like the gold is a sort of like matte gold. So similar to the kind of golds that they put on like iPhones and things like that. It's not like particularly shiny. I think they look really, really nice, and it's got like a little embossed Dan Mumford logo on the reverse of those. Yeah.
What's the edition size of the gold one? Because I couldn't find it online. Is it open?
Oh, that one's an open. So
that's cool.
It will be restocked.
Perfect. Yep. Hey, people buy it, man. I mean, it's a cool looking pin. Can't wait to get mine. Okay.
You're purchasing though. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Yeah. Of course. People, what do you think? It's a startup gallery. They need money.
This is true.
So there you go. The prints we were talking about, and this one is Bella Gray's Galaxy Trooper. Limited edition print. It comes with a free animal pit for everyone.
For everyone. So it's the pin that we saw there, the bump pin,
Yeah.
which is a hard enamel pin as well. It's very nice. It's very high quality, and it comes free with this print.
Yeah, and this print is available in just the right number.
Yep.
Order 66. So whoever has number 66 for this print, yeah, man, that's the print to get, people. So yeah, it's as I said, hand number edition of 66. It's a fine art with pigment ink print, and it's A2 in size, European, and it's 60.5 by 23.4 inches. So yeah, very cool piece. Sadly, this is the ones that can't go to the States, right?
Yeah, so the stormtrooper ones can only be sold everywhere else apart from the States, and that's for licensing reasons. We totally wish that it wasn't the case, obviously. But
yeah, how is it, by the way, with like, is there another license holder in the States, or?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Acme Archives hold the
Okay.
The kind of exclusive rights for the States with Star Wars and
But yeah,
Lucasfilm.
people, but try to get your poster buddy to get one for you if you're in love with this print, or if you're in love with the next one, which is by Dan Mufford, who created also a pin for this, and there are two different versions for the print. The first one, the regular version, is more on the reddish side, I would say. It is a hand number edition of 70. It's a fine Archie clay, and it's 24 inches by 12 inches. It's called Squadron 413. And the variant is still available, right? It's not sold out yet, not fully.
We've got, so the regular is the yellow and green one.
Oh,
and then the variant.
Switched around.
Yes, sorry. The variant is the like reddish purple.
Mm-hmm.
We've got last time I checked was 4 of those available. So there's 4 of the variants, and it was a fairly small edition size.
Yeah.
On that one.
Why is it
35?
Why is it Squadron 413?
It's kind of an Easter egg. I don't know if I should announce it, but Dan was thinking about a D and an M, like Dan Mumford.
Yeah.
So the 4 and the 1,
Okay.
it's kind of like a D, and then the 3 is like an M if you turn it around.
Okay, I thought it's gonna be like 4 for the letter D. It's the 13th letter of the alphabet, the M? Could be, right?
Let's produce some fun content by counting through the alphabet.
I think it is. Number 4 is D, and I
Wow.
think 13 is M. Could be about.
Maybe that is it. Maybe that is it. What Dan was trying to get across. Then let's in your spare time count through the alphabet and.
Dan,
if that's
or
the
Dan,
fun-
let us know. What is the 413?
Yeah,
about?
that might actually be it, and I've just been completely dumb all the time. I saw it visually, like a D and an M, but
Okay, yeah, I'll see what you're saying. But shouldn't it be like 411 then?
that is totally right. You've discovered that 4 is the D and 13.
I found out
Is
the
the-
trick.
That makes it even cooler, right?
Definitely. Okay, moving on a little bit, and we are going to talk about 2 different, three different gallery shows that have multiple artists and multiple prints in there, except one that is just by one artist. But the first one is by Spoke Art, and Spoke Art did this "Oh Cohen, Where Art Thou?" And this is like an art exhibition of different prints. And James, one of your ones is the Dakota Randall one, the Fargo one, which is an edition, archival pigment print edition of 124 by 18. Why did you like this one a lot?
I'm a really big fan of Dakota's work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Spoke seemed to discover something in him. I think his use of color is brilliant, and I believe that he will be doing a lot in this kind of style. So he did Leaving Arizona in this style, and then Fargo for this. I think they're going to continue it because it's proved very popular So go through the Coen movies in this kind of like postcard style.
Yeah. And another Coen classic is this one here, True Grit by George Townley. That's the other one you picked. Let me see if I can get the sizes for you, the information. It's edition size of 74.5, and it's archival pigment print as well, and it's 16 by 24 as well. So this print, why did you choose this one?
Again, I think the colors work really, really nicely. It looks like something in terms of colorway that Laurent Durieux would go for. I guess the typography kind of like lends itself to that as well. But yeah, again, it just worked really, really nicely.
Yeah.
One of those things that just everything sort of seems to come together, and it seems.
Yeah, I love the shade in the water, that it shows something totally different.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. A cool point
Yeah.
there. And yeah, I like when George is tackling something else than just buildings and architecture, even though I love it. And but this one is really cool. Like it a lot as well. And your last print is those two prints are still available, people, so check them out. And the last one you picked was the Tim Jordan Oh Brother, and it is edition size of 35, 12 by 36 inches, already sold out. And yeah, it's a cool ass cow, I'd say, huh? So let me pull that up and a little bigger for the people to see. And yeah, so how do you like the movie?
Man, it was a long time since I watched it, and it was like university drunken nights, I think. Something I need to watch again.
All right,
I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, great, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. I'll give you my two favorite selections from this show. I mean, I could have picked the same ones, but I went with something different. And the first one is by Fernando Reza, who did You're Entering a World of Pain, which is an edition size of 35, and it is dimensions of 24 by 36 inches, and also an archival print. And let me pull up the bigger version for you guys here. It is a Coen Land, having all like the different things from the movies on there, which is like really cool, like an infographic kind of style, and in a very Coen style. And I really, really enjoy it, and really liking this one. And I'm a big fan of the Studio Concepcion, and they do really cool minimalistic posters. And this is for Inside Llewyn Davis. And with the cat, the green, and having Oscar Isaacs in the foreground looks really cool in shadow. Very cool, very minimalistic. For those people who are very minimalistic at home, that's something you definitely want in your house to hang it up. And the last one I picked was No Country for Old Men by Thomas Walker, which depicts the storyline in a certain way, or shows the villain of this, Javier Bardem, which is really cool, and his like little gun or like weapon. What's it called in English again? I forgot the English word right now. Bolt gun, right?
Yeah.
Bolt. There you have it. So yeah, some really cool pieces from Spoke Art, and some of them are really still available. So you head over there, check out Spoke Art, Coen, Where Art Thou, and check out all the prints that you can still get that are still available. A lot of cool ones. Yeah. Alrighty, moving on to our next show, which is by 1988, which is 30 years later. And 30 years later is, for the films that came out 30 years ago. It was 1991? Yeah? Or was it 1990? Yep. 1991, right? Yeah. That's when.
91. Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool stuff. Your first pick from that show was a good friend of ours, Dave Merrill. He did a very cool Robin Hood piece, Prince of Thieves, which was a cool movie. It got Alan Rickman as the sheriff of Nottingham. Was Alan Rickman, right? Yeah, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So that was good times with his mother. Love that one. Yeah. Morgan Freeman was his companion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Was it Fox? No. Or something
I
like
don't know.
that? I don't know.
I remember having the
Or
toy, and
Lucius?
it was
I
cool.
don't know. Yeah.
Oh, Lucius Fox.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Batman here, but well. But it's a really cool print by Dave Merrill. He always does some really great work. We featured him a couple of times, and yeah, I'll tell people he will be on the podcast. I'm sorry, this year. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Do you have the dimensions for that? I didn't show them yet, or
I don't, but
let me
I know
guess.
that it was really, really limited. It was like
Yeah,
limited something
there
like
it is.
20.
I found it. Oh, there it is, and it is 60 by 20 inches and an edition of 20. So this one is also still available, people. So better grab yours now. Maybe he has some APs later, but not sure. So yeah, moving on to your next piece, which is the Rocketeer, which looks really cool. Just basically the helmet of the Rocketeer, which is very iconic for a lot of stuff. Very cool movie. Enjoyed it a lot. Who did the print? I think it was Justin Froning, if I remember correctly. Do you remember?
I can only ever remember the
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's Justin.
Instagram.
Justin Froning. And it's also, no, it's not also, it's a 3-color screen print with metallic gold ink, 18 by 24 inches, and it's a limited edition of 35. Also still available, people. So you better get going, because those things are going to sell out faster than you can think. And yeah, and your last piece was also, I also was about to pick that. Let me see if I find it real quick. It's I'll show it first for you guys. It is this wonderful Silence of the Lambs piece in Bill's Basement. I think it's called Bill's Basement, right?
Yeah, I think so. It'd be a good name for it, I reckon.
Yeah, let me see if I find it real quick here for everybody. While we keep talking, you better keep talking. Oh, there it is.
Well, I think this. Yeah, I think
I
sent you the picture of the regular, and it also has a variant as well, which is like night vision version.
Yeah, it's Dave O'Flanagan, Bill's Basement print, 24 by 12 inches, limited edition of 30, also still available. And yeah, as you said, there's a variant, the Basement variant, which is like a green, like in green colors. You can see a little bit better. It's like a night vision version.
Yeah,
really cool.
It's not until I saw the night vision version that I realized that Bill is in there as well.
Yeah.
It's like really hidden.
Yeah, but it's a really cool feature. Let me see if I can pull up the. Oh no, I can't. It's not letting me do this here. The website is.
Check it out.
But yeah,
go to the site.
Go to the site, people. Yeah. Exactly.
So that one's still available. Wow.
Both of them. Yeah.
That's nuts.
I think all of your prints are still available.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I wish I had the money to.
Yeah, me too.
To invest in
go buy some stuff from the gallery so you can afford other gallery stuff.
Yeah, that's how it works.
My first print that I wanted to show is sadly sold out, and it's Tomasz Majewski's Terminator 2 Judgment Day, 24 by 36 inches print on 300 grams cotton rag, limited edition of 50. So that one went quick. Here's the full version, which looks really beautiful. I think that's my favorite Terminator piece. Oh no, never mind. There's one more Terminator piece, which is very close in terms of rivaling this one, but this is a different concept. But I think this one looks really amazing. Tomasz did a really good job on this one, so applause his way. I'm really liking this one. And my second one is I think it was I forgot the name. Gosh,
that piece actually inspired me to watch Terminator 2 last night, just from seeing that piece. It's like
wow.
I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, I'm getting the feels from that piece. So
interesting. Yeah, my piece is from Chris Kohler, who did the People Under the Stairs print, which is like with the details on that one and the skull in there, which looks really amazing as a staircase. It's a 13 by 19 inches, limited edition of 20. Also still available. Really, really cool piece.
So I came really close to picking that one as well.
Yeah, that's a really nice awesome. One. Good thing you didn't. So I could have. And yeah, my last piece in this is by an artist I have never heard before, and his artist name is Kaboo. I think it was Kaboo, or Kaboo, something like that. I'll show you in a second what his name was, and it is also for Terminator. And his piece It's just I just like the visual style of it, having the Skynet and Cyberdyne in that way represented. It's a combo. The real name is, I think it was Michael Matrieku or something like that. It's a They print on archival paper, 21 by 13 inches, an open edition also. So what is that? It says open edition here, but it's sold out. But that was a fast open edition. I have to say.
Maybe it sold so many that they're gonna have to go and print some more. And
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a really
weird.
really cool, interesting piece with like the computer in there, basically the neural net CPU. So that's cool stuff. Really enjoyed this one.
That's really good. It's one of those ones which you're like, damn, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Because like for official Terminator pieces as well, like you can't get the Arnie likeness, so this would like bypass that if it was licensed as well. But yeah, I love that piece. That's really cool.
Exactly. Okay, moving on to our last show, and it's Lou Pimentel. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Can you help me?
I can't help you, I'm afraid.
Thank you. So this show is called Influential Figures, and there's very cool stuff in it. Some very affordable ones to some very not so affordable ones, with the watercolor paintings as the background, and it comes with the toys, right? Or is it just a fake?
Yeah, I think you get the toys as well.
Yeah, and you picked.
So it's one-off handmade.
Yeah, you picked. But see, that's what I was wondering, because you picked the bootleg gold pimp toy by Lou Pimentel, and this one is only $30.
Yeah. Does that mean it's a print instead of the original watercolor? I can't remember.
I don't know. Can't tell you. But it still looks amazing. Really loving the pimp style. That's why I kept it in the same realm with my first one. And this one was right next to it. It's the bootleg gold Sucklord toy, which has Boba Fett in it, basically. I think that looked really cool. And yeah, since you were so inspired by the Terminator, your second piece was obviously the Terminator with this cool toy, which has like the skeleton underneath, the metal skeleton underneath. That looks really cool.
Yeah, I just like the toy on that one because it looks like one of those like cheap versions of Terminator which you'd get in Spain or something, like on holiday.
Spain?
Yeah, I used to go on holiday as a kid.
Is Spain famous for fake toys?
Yeah, you'd have all of these like tourist-based shops which would sell like bootleg versions of movie stuff.
Yeah,
it reminded me of that, like sort of thing, like a fake Terminator toy.
Yeah, my second.
You never see him with all of his face and chest exposed in the film, so they reminded me of that. I thought it was really neat.
That's true. But yeah, my second pick was Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom, with his I think that the watercolor painting looks amazing. The toy is fitting, so you can't go wrong with that one. And just loving the watercolor in this one. That's a really cool piece. And your last piece is Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
looking like he's taking a dump.
Yep, exactly.
That's why you picked it.
Pretty much. It just reminded me of like why the only reason I liked wrestling as a kid was the figures. So and I thought the face of Hulk was really good.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it. And my last one is an obvious one. You've seen it already on the website. It is Darth Vader. So it's super easy. Love the lightsaber, which looks pretty shitty, but I mean that's the fun of it, I guess.
It's like a firework. He's holding a firework.
Yeah. It's like this the stick for blind people. It always has like this loop at the end. It looks like this.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, all right. But I like the watercolor drawing.
Well, maybe his visor's gone wrong. It's just shut off, so he's going around with.
Okay. Enough with the speculations, and we're gonna go back to one more gallery that we haven't talked about yet, and this is Black Dragon Press. They always team up with Mondo, but since this is also like a Mondo collaboration. And the first one we are going to talk about is a beautiful piece by for the Passion of Joan Arc by Z Zhu. I hope I pronounced it right. Z, please let me know, because you have to come on the podcast as well. Thank you. And it's an 18 by 24 screen print, on 300 grams per square meter on Gmund Bauhaus, very German paper. And it has a gallery stamp on the reverse and printed by White Dog Editions. And it's a limited edition of 50. Available for £40. So yeah, that's definitely something to get. And then there's also a US red version, which you probably can't get. Loving the details. Yeah, loving the details on this one. It's a really, really cool piece. Yeah, I love this series that mixes kind of the art print, like an original art print, and like a movie poster in that regard. And I think that Black Dragon Pass has found their niche on this one. And the second one they did with Simon Delort, I don't know how you pronounce it in French. But yeah, this is 18 by 24 inches screen print, also on the same paper, and the edition size is 200. So that is really, really cool. I really liked his style, the line work. It reminds me a little bit of Calvin Latourie, because he puts also a lot of detail on it, on his buildings, and like in terms of structure and patterns you can see. So that's interesting to see.
Both of those are really, really great.
Indeed, they are. But it's not all.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Yeah, but it's not all. We have two more things that go out and beyond a little bit. And the first thing is a new steel case artwork for Dredd, which was a really cool movie. And this is by Maxifunk, who has done this steel book for Best Buy. And I think it's available for $20 over at Best Buy. So if you're in the States, go grab it. Looks really awesome for the 4K Blu-ray of Dredd. And I wanted to say that he even asked, he asked one thing. That's what he told on his Twitter. He asked one thing of who is the publisher? Was it Studio Canal? I'm not sure. But the whoever published it, and that they get Carl Urban's approval on the artwork, and they asked Carl Urban, and I think he just wrote it basically, and they got back to him within minutes because he liked it, obviously. And and now we have the steelbook. Very cool stuff. And also some other print that is not gallery related is this, or to some extent at least, it is The Lion King by Mark Bell. There was an edition of 35 for a private commission, and there were 15 APs available via Uniquely Geekly, but I think they're all gone. And it's got all the good stuff from The Lion King in there. Really cool piece. Love the colors that he used. It just kept it very simple in terms of the colors. How do you like it, James? Lion King?
The Lion King? The movie?
Yeah.
That film. It's too good for the rest of the film. This is brilliant. Love it. I kind of wish I'd got one, really. I should have put some money aside, but it's really, really... the composition of it is fantastic. It's like the characters look as they are represented in the film, which can be tricky when you're making a poster to make it seem, one of a kind, but somehow Mark managed it here. And I think the colorway is brilliant. Really, really nice.
Okay, Mark, you probably have some prints left, so hit up James. So he can.
Mark owes me a print, and he knows which one it is, and it's sitting on his bed apparently.
Mark,
so
you heard here first. Go grab it. Go get it done.
Yeah.
Okay, people, this is it for this episode of the Release Podcast. I hope you enjoyed the time with us. We took a little bit longer for our releases, which is fine, since we had no headliner this week. But tune in tomorrow when we are going to talk about, or when I'm going to go and talk about my flat file. And we're going to do some digging. Okay, thank you guys, and thank you, James, for jumping on again, and we will see each other in 2 weeks again for the next release edition. Have a great new year, and thank you for watching. Bye!